After last year's unbelievable success of the original Vaporfly, I couldn't wait to get my hands on a new pair of the Vaporfly 4% Flyknits. The original is still sold out everywhere I've looked, and unless you're willing to pay a large markup, acquiring a pair is going to be a challenge. So I knew I had to get a pair of the new version at launch. With the amount of hype surrounding the Zoomx midsole and the Vaporfly, I had to know, could a shoe be that good with all the elite top finishes, and could it help a non-elite runner like me? I've only been using the Vaporfly Flyknit for certain shorter speed workouts and weekly long runs at 7 minute a mile minimum pace, which is my new goal half marathon race pace. After getting a severe sinus infection and having to take a few weeks off to rest and recover to get back to 100%, it's taken me a while to rack up 100 miles on these shoes. Also, I'm trying to still have some life in them for a half marathon at the beginning of next year. I picked up the Vaporfly Flyknit in a size 11, my usual size for Nike shoes, and the shoe fits true to size, with a snug, more racing performance geared fit. Weighing it at 8.4 ounces, which is 1.3 ounces lighter than the Zoomfly Flyknit that looks similar, but uses the React midsole foam that's cheaper but weighs slightly more. The Flyknit upper of the Vaporfly Flyknit and the Zoomfly Flyknit, from what I can tell, are identical to each other with similar weave patterns and lacing system. The toe box is snug, but the Flyknit offers just enough room and flex for a comfortable fit, and I've had no problems with any kind of rubbing or blisters on longer runs I've been on. Midfoot lock is achieved by using a tighter weave pattern from just behind the toe box all the way to the heel, with the material used for the tongue having the most stretch that wraps the top of the foot nicely. Even though the tongue doesn't have any padding, I've still been able to snug up the laces and get a good midfoot lock without the laces becoming uncomfortable. I've only noticed my feet slightly move on really aggressive cornering and steep declines. I'd like to see a little more structure in the heel and a slightly larger heel counter to get a better heel lock. But overall, I've been really pleased with the Flyknit upper on the Vaporfly. Moving down to the Zoomx midsole and the carbon fiber plate, the combination of these two things give the Vaporfly its unique feel and claimed 4% improvement. During my first run in the Vaporfly, I was surprised at how faster paces seem to require less effort, and with only having one run in them before my Halloween half marathon, I was hoping for the same results. Check out my half marathon race recap video for how well they performed in that race. In this video, I'm taking a closer look at how everything has held up to 100 miles of wear and tear. One thing I've noticed in the last few runs is that the right shoe has developed an audible pop when running at 6:30 to 7 minute a mile pace uphill, but is only noticeable when running uphill and hasn't affected the performance so far. The ride of the shoes feels slightly firmer than when it did when I raced in them, but the ride is still really good and the propelled feel of the Vaporfly is still there. I see the Vaporfly midsole of being able to reach at least around 300 miles before I need to start introducing a new pair, as long as the popping I'm hearing isn't anything major. Finally, a closer look at the wear of the rubber outsole of the Vaporfly, which I didn't expect to offer a lot of traction on wet roads considering how flat it is. To my surprise, the rubber used on the outsole has worn really well with no visible signs of wear patterns despite all of the miles on the Vaporfly being faster paced race day miles or up-tempo workouts. The only visible damage to the outsole is the scuffing of the painted Zoomx midsole, which is just cosmetic and hasn't affected the shoe's performance. Overall, I've been really impressed with the Vaporfly Flyknit, and for a race day up-tempo workout shoe, the Vaporfly is among the best. The main thing that hurts the Vaporfly for me is the price tag. I'll be picking up another pair of the Vaporfly Flyknits for next year's races, but at $250, this isn't a shoe that you want to purchase every few months. With so many different running shoe options at a lot lower price points, the Vaporfly isn't a shoe for everyone. Let me know in the comments below if you set a new personal best with the Vaporfly Flyknit, or if you found another shoe that does just as good, if not better, than the Vaporfly at a lower price. As always, thank you for watching, and thank you for your continued support.